video mode? Let me see.
Hey guys, it's me Brittany here if you're new here. If not, thank you for coming back. And today I want to bring you a natural, everyday makeup look if you're not really into too much of a glam look. And the first thing you're going to need is a primer. I'm using this NYX one here. And you just hold it 6 to 8 inches away from your face and you spray it on there, and then you gotta let it sit and dry. I really like primers because they make the foundation stick a lot better to your face. For my foundation, I'm going in with Maybelline Fit Me Foundation Stick, which I really like foundation sticks because, at least for me personally, it's a lot quicker of a process. So in the morning, if I'm trying to cover up before work, or if you're going before school even, or just if you have anywhere to go, this foundation stick is perfect. It doesn't take as long to get your whole face covered, and it blends very, very nicely. It doesn't make you look as cakey as it would if you used liquid foundation. And then I'm using this ultimate blending brush from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It is my holy grail brush. I love using this for my foundation. It really smooths it out, and it is amazing at blending. And the best part is, I think it's no more than like $6. This particular kind of e.l.f. brush is about $3 to $6. So it's very, very inexpensive, but it works as if it were like a $40 brush. For my concealer, I'm going in with this NYX Full Coverage Concealer Pot. And this stuff is so good that you can actually even just use this on its own if you're not into foundation, or if you're even in a bigger hurry, this works just fine. And what I'm doing is I'm doing a pretty big triangle underneath my eyes to cover up dark circles and to just brighten that area up in general to make me look more awake and a fresher face. And then I'm also going to be going over some problem areas. And then with that same blending brush, I'm just going through over it. The reason I'm not getting a clean brush for this is because this concealer is just a tiny bit lighter than the foundation that I'm using. So it kind of helps blend the two colors together, and you can't see where I have one super bright area versus a dull, just plain area. I forgot to film the powder I'm using, but I'm using the Rimmel London Stay Matte Powder to set everything. All that blending work that I did. Seriously, it took a whole bunch, but worth it. And if you don't want to look too cakey, or if you're worried about looking too cakey with the powder, just make sure you really, really moisturize before you put on your makeup. And no, that does not include the primer. You need to moisturize and then use a makeup primer. Now for my blush, I'm going in with Tarte's Unstoppable. And I'm smiling so I can really get the apples of my cheeks going. And I skipped bronzer this time because I didn't want to look too done. You know, it's natural for a reason. I'm not really tan in the winter time. So with this blush, it's just making me look like I'm a little nervous or something. No, you don't want to look nervous. I'm just kidding, you guys. Seriously, I don't know what I'm saying. But it just makes you look alive. There we go, alive and youthful. That's it. And for a highlight, I'm going in with Tarte's Exposed Highlight because we're about to expose somebody. Just kidding, we're just exposing these cheekbones, saying, hey, what's up? Now, I like this one because when I do glam makeup, I don't use this highlighter because I'm more going for the type of hear my cheekbones, hear them roar kind of look. But for a natural look, this is great. It is very buildable, but it's not in your face mirror effect. It just makes you look like you're naturally glowing. I got baby fever, so it could be like pregnancy glow. My husband's shaking his head no, but it is what it is. And you know, whatever glow you're going for, because some people aren't feeling that pregnancy glow, but that's okay. To keep this tutorial from going too weird and too downhill, we're going to move on to our eyebrows. I'm using this Anastasia Brow Gel, and I'm going to get these caterpillars ready to cocoon so they can turn into beautiful butterflies. Before they can reach their butterfly phase, like I said, they're in cocoons, they're going to need to dry. So while my eyebrows dry, I'm going to work on the eyeshadow with y'all. To keep it popping all day, I use my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, and I just use my finger to rub it all around the lid, up in the corners, underneath, to my brow bone. Anywhere where you're going to have eyeshadow, you should prime. And priming is very important so you can keep that color on all day. To keep it simple, we're using one palette, the Maybelline Nudes palette, and this light color here I'm going to pat all over the eyelid for a base color. It just makes a really nice smooth canvas, a smooth surface to work with. And personally for me, when I use a base color, it makes blending a better experience for me. For the crease and outer corner, go in with this chocolate brown. I'm using a crease brush here. It's nice and fluffy, and I'm doing windshield wiper motions in the crease. I don't have too much product on my brush because I don't want it to be too dark, but I wanted to add a little depth to my eyes, and I want them to pop just a tiny bit. And it looks like I'm going in pretty far here on the outer corner, but I promise you I'm not. I'm just going in slightly. And with this taupe brown, you're going to pack that on your lid. It will be the main color, but it adds a pop and a little bit of something there. And with a clean blending brush, blend between the two colors so it gives it a smoother look, and be sure to blend it there in your crease as well. And with this light shimmery shade, put it along your brow bone so it makes it pop. And I also like to put it in the inner corner of my eye to look more awake. With the darkest shade here, I'm going to replace that for eyeliner. I'm not going to do a winged effect or anything, it's just very plain. And I'm doing a very precise line there along the lash line just to add some definition. And once I get done with that, I'm going to take a smudge brush and smudge it out, make it a little messy, but not too messy, where it's still along the line. And with this Tarte mascara, which I got as a sample and I absolutely love it, I'm going to fluff up my lashes. And after we get done with the lashes, I'm going in with this e.l.f. eyebrow kit. And first I like to outline my eyebrows, and then after I have them outlined, I fill them in. I make the tail darker because it is very light on my natural eyebrows. And then I just kind of do bigger brush strokes at the front of the brows. And when I'm all done, I use that powder in there to set it and keep it there and still. They're butterflies now. I use natural looking falsies because I don't really have lashes. But to top off this whole look, I'm using Wet n Wild's Bare It All. It's a very nice, very neutral pink. It's not too overbearing. And I'm just bearing it all on my lips. And once I'm all done with that, to make everything stay on my face, I'm using a setting spray from Urban Decay, 6 to 8 inches from your face. And if you guys like this tutorial and you think that this is helpful, especially on those days that you don't really have the time, or if you just don't really have the effort to go glam every single day, or if it's just not your style, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button to look forward to more content like this. Alright y'all, have a blessed and beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
A sponge! Okay, it's from Mint Pear. I've never heard of that, but this is good because I am needing a new beauty blender because I have the actual